I took a little hiatus for making content. I just wanted to take a little break and take some time for myself, but I am back, and I have a fun video for y'all today about 9 different ways that you can use to strengthen your intuition. And this is a question that I get a lot because as women, we are always trying to connect, or we should be trying to connect deeper to ourselves and our bodies and that intuitive flow that we all carry. So I'm going to give you 9 different ways that you can do that. And I chose 9 because it's a very spiritual number. It's the number of the dead. And a lot of times when we receive these intuitive nudges, it's actually our muertos, our spirit guides. So our muertos, talking to us and letting us know what's up. Okay, and if you see me looking down, it's at my iPad. As always, I do have ADHD. And this is like the guaranteed way that Nikki will not go off on one of her tangents. It does still happen sometimes, but not as bad. Okay, so number 1 is quieting the mind. Okay, because intuition speaks very softly. Unless you're in a very potentially dangerous situation, typically, your intuition is not very loud. It's not really like alarm bells. It's more just, hey, just so you know. And it's very quick, but it's very clear. That's how you'll know. It's not chaotic, okay? If you're in a potentially dangerous situation, it might sound like alarm bells because your spirit guides might be yelling at you. But other than that, like low risk situations, everyday situations, it's going to be very clear, very quick, and very soft. And you can quiet your mind by doing breath work, by doing meditation. There are a few guided meditations on my YouTube channel, and I will be coming out with more. It's one of my favorite things to do now because y'all love my voice apparently. I've been told that I have a very ASMR type voice, so I don't think that I do, but if that's what y'all like, I'll do it. I also have a lot of meditations available in my chakra healing mastery course that's available on my website, sirensnectar.com. There are chakra meditations for each one, okay? And I really help you connect with your body and quiet your mind and come back to your center, okay? And like I said, you can go to my website for more info on that course. Trust your first feeling, okay? When you're making decisions, take note of your very first instinct. I went to nursing school, and they did teach us a lot about taking tests, right? Because it's all about preparing for the NCLEX. That's what a big part of nursing school is, because without the NCLEX and passing the NCLEX, you don't move on. You can't be a nurse, even if you have your degree. You have to have your license, right? But this is one thing that they taught us. When you're taking a test or something, or in a very testy situation, trust your first answer, trust your first instinct, because 9 times out of 10, that's the right one. It's when we start to second guess ourselves and trying to get into the more logical, linear mind, the more masculine side, that's when we can overthink and make a mistake. So really going with your first instinct is very good. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Keep an intuition journal. Write down dreams, synchronicities, hunches, and gut feelings, and later check what came true. And this really helps to build your inner guidance. It helps you to trust yourself. It helps you to be able to just connect with yourself and be like, oh, girl, you're on point. That's how I feel when I do readings for you guys, and y'all are like, oh my God, this is so accurate. I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm on point with my intuition. It's like the most gratifying feeling because it's such an innate, natural, raw, primal part of ourselves, and connecting with it is like a superpower, truly. Okay, number 4 is work with your body. Intuition often shows up as sensations such as a tight chest, goosebumps, or fire in the belly. So it's going to be different for everyone. But, you'll know that, warm, fuzzy feeling that you get when you're, really happy. That's a good type of intuition. That's, you're in the right place at the right time with the right people type thing. And there's a lot of love there, right? The heart chakra area, just, beaming and glowing. You'll know what I'm talking about? that's a good type of intuition, and that's your guides and the divine telling you you are where you're meant to be. You're meant to be loved by these people, or by the situation, or by yourself in this moment in time. Okay? And then the more negative intuition feeling can feel very constricted, very heavy, very tense, very dense. Just like an aversion type thing. And you don't have to know why. It's just like when you meet somebody and you're like, and your heart starts beating really fast and you don't really know why. That can be your body picking up on bad vibes. Just saying. Been there. Strengthen your third eye chakra. Practices like visualization, chanting or placing amethyst or lapis lazuli right here can really help open up that third eye. And also, I always tell you guys to get some earrings if you can of amethyst or clear quartz or lapis lazuli, because it's so close to your third eye, right? Very good crystals for opening up that chakra. And visualizing blue or indigo light filling this area and opening it up safely is very helpful. Making sure that when you take your spiritual baths, you always take a little bit and, splash your face, rub it on your face, and rub it right there, because some negative entities can kind of distort our perception of things, our psychic perception. So it's very good to always keep that area cleansed and healthy. Okay. Number 6 is practice divination tools. I can vouch for this 100% because this is what I first used to do when I first started reading tarot. And it's an amazing way to develop your intuition. I still am pretty good at tarot, But I use other divination systems now. But when that was my go-to, I could tell you what card was going to come out. I would know it, girl. I would know what card was up next. And that's my intuition. And also, building the relationship with those cards, whether they're tarot cards or oracle cards or whatever, over time, it's like this bond that gets created. But yes, tarot and oracle cards are an amazing way to develop your intuition. I miss those days, I really do. It's not, and I'll make a video about this eventually, why I chose other divination systems over tarot. I still have like 20 tarot decks and oracle decks and stuff. Oh, my nose is tickling. Y'all know that there's a spirit in here when my nose starts to tickle. Okay. There's always spirits in here, but I'll make a video on why I started doing other divination systems. Okay? There's nothing wrong with tarot, though. Don't let anyone shame you. Spend time in silence and nature. Okay? Because nature naturally takes us back to our essence. It helps us to really connect with that deep, primal part of ourselves. And it also helps us to connect with God and the divine, because God is in everything. God is creation. God is everything that creation created, right? So, spending time out in nature and things like that, paying attention to what synchronicities come out in nature, like different animals, different insects that you see, and what the spiritual meaning behind it is. Like, I know what my guides are trying to tell me when I see certain animals or certain insects outside, because I've developed my intuition and I've developed that connection with them over time. Okay, number 8 is very important, and that's release fear and overthinking, because fear clouds intuition. Grounding rituals, affirmations, and shadow work are very good for this. Journaling out your fears, getting past those limiting beliefs, confronting your fears, really doing that shadow work is going to be very helpful, because it's very, annoying when your intuition is trying to tell you something and there's fear in the way. It can feel very disempowering, very disconnected, and just not good. So it's very good to confront those fears head on and sit with yourself and process them and move through them. Number 9 is invite guidance from spirit and the ancestors. So prayer, offerings, or simply asking your spirit team for clarity before sleep is very helpful. Asking your guides to join you in your dreams, sitting at your Boveda or at your ancestral altar if you have one. and just developing that connection. Okay? I really hope this helped. It was pretty quick, but it's just because I know that some people don't like the longer videos, so I'm trying to like switch up my content so I have some short and some long so that everybody's happy, you know. But yeah, I hope that helped you guys. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can either go to sirensnectar.com/booking or you can message me here on Instagram. Okay, I love you.